Welcome to the treatment funhouse. First room, guy in a jumpsuit. We gotta strap you in. He waves at the chair. Safety, he says in a bored voice. So you sit. You really want, well, something different in your miserable life. Suddenly, he snaps manacles on your wrists. Then behind you, he grabs a blowtorch. This is AutisticAF Out Loud, Season 7, Episode 1. Today I find moments of joy after some brutal ones, like Leonard Cohen sang in Suzanne, among the garbage and the flowers. I'm Johnny Profane, startled awake, taking a new direction, and writing a neurodivergent autobiography out loud. Content note: mentions abuse, trauma, suicidality, and dark humor. Just one autistic elder's voice, raw. 3 fragments from my free archive, AutisticAF.me. Tell you more at the break. Welcome to the treatment funhouse. Being trapped in the medical model of autism for decades? Imagine an elaborate carnival funhouse, the kind that's a maze. You gotta find your way out, but this one's got a horror theme. The sign outside, 23 mirrored rooms that will change your life forever. Never saw that before. So you stand in the long wait line that naturally doubles back on itself many times. Finally, you belly up to the Barker's ticket window. Start to scan the price board. $125? You cry out. You want to change your life, kid? What'd you think it would cost? So you sigh. You think. You need different. You fork over. First room, guy in a jumpsuit. We gotta strap you in. He waves at the chair. Safety, he says in a bored voice. So you sit. You really want, well, something different in your miserable life. Suddenly, he snaps manacles on your wrists. Then behind you, he grabs a blowtorch. You see this scene reflected in all the mirrors, in detail, enhanced by all your grisly memories. You protest. What the actual fuck? Trust me, this is the latest research. Sure as hell gonna change your life. That smile, thin, cold, professional. We got paying customers outside, lined up, waiting to get inside. You in or out? You reflect on your miserable life. You nod. Then he slowly, methodically works you over. A light burn here, another there, starting at your feet, working upwards. You scream, you cry, you plead, you evade, you bargain. Not a word out of jumpsuit guy. And the only way you can block out the terror reflected in those mirrors. Close your eyes. He finishes. He unshackles you, helps you up as you tremble, guides you efficiently to the door. Next room, room of knives. You're gonna love it. He laughs. Just 22 to go. Leans in conspiratorially, whispers in my ear. Wait till the meds room. Everybody talks about the meds room. Beat, if you make it there. Okay then, a fun little metaphor. Now, some dark reality. Family and professionals tossed off what I was going through in my late teens as immaturity, something I'd age out of, totally ignoring all the red danger flags of the coming disaster. Quick side note, some folks wrote you couldn't read articles multiple platform problems, demands you subscribe, pestering friends even if they used a free link. I heard you. So I built my free personal archive at AutisticAF.me. No paywall, no ads to piss you off. All free and shareable on me. You'll find more pieces like this next one there. The Autistic Treatment Funhouse, Room of Exams. They called it Immaturity. They missed everything. Content note, this is the tough one I mentioned, with the brutal flowers. Look, first of all, this is not the beginning of a poor me story. This is a story of how I found moments of joy and darkness in my autistic life. Like Leonard Cohen sang in Suzanne, among the garbage and the flowers, but I found dark humor everywhere. 1972 was a hell of a summer. Room 1. I first sought a diagnosis at 19, following suicide attempt number 1. I was driving after dark, which I wasn't supposed to do. New family rule. See, I damaged our car the week before, making a hasty turn into our driveway near Jumping Deer Road in Katona. Hit the damn stone wall on the way in. This was Westchester County, New York. Local code only allowed a nano break between the 18th century stones guarding our yard. Colonial heritage or something. Masking slave labor. I'm in the doghouse, with parents already skeptical about letting me go to college. Not mature enough. Yet when the hood and fender are finally fixed, they drop me off on a muggy, hazy June night, out in the boonies at the old Amawalk Service Center on Route 202. Pick it up and bring it home. No side stops. Then they instruct me, be careful, rolling their collective 4 eyes. I pull out, then wait. The light's got to change at the 4-line intersection with Route 35 before I can head home. The light turns green. I go into a weird space in my head. There's some reason I shouldn't turn left yet. But I watch myself shrug, flick my signal switch, and turn. Right into 2 lanes of accelerating traffic coming right at me. Don't remember much more. Just the red, "Don't turn yet, idiot," arrow, staring at me brightly through the windshield that used to be there. I survived. That classic white 1965 Mustang didn't. Barely street legal, 271 horse V8 under the hood. Maybe the most collectible American car of all time? A hand-me-down gift to our family from my father's father, who bragged I had to Jew the dealer down from $5,000 back when he bought it new in '65. A lot of money then. Things got tense at home. Parental meeting time. I don't know what happened. I couldn't stand these meetings. So many in my childhood. This was maybe the worst of all. I don't know. It just happened, making my parents even more furious. These were avid Ayn Rand readers. And my grandfather? He slept beside an orderly nightstand. Mein Kampf, tucked tightly in its tidy drawer. My dead father's voice echoes coldly in my mind still. You are responsible for your own actions. You are the cause here. But I stumble on, making things worse in my way. Something's wrong. I don't know what. I'm having horrible visions. Hitting people with the car as I drive by, hitting their bodies and bones. I trail off. Into stony silence, I say, and now something weird happened. I think maybe I should see a doctor. Next thing I know, I'm sitting in front of a Westchester County caseworker because my parents felt a psychologist or a private therapist cost too much. The intake experience was horrific. I felt badgered. She called it, delicately, maybe the accident looked like an attempt to maybe harm yourself? But she continued with a sledgehammer. I know you have a secret. You want to tell me. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. I wanted so badly to please her, but had no idea what I was feeling, much less why. Worse yet, there were things I didn't want to tell her. Darker than physical or sexual abuse, she was probably checklisting. Things a traumatized kid might do himself. I never went back. I told my parents I was uncomfortable talking to her. My dad rocked back in his dark maple early American dining room chair. Fine, that's your choice. He paused, looking directly at my mother as he said to me, I can see you won't speak to this counselor. I see no reason to look for another for you to talk to. Your decision. And that was that. Finally, at 63, a psychologist specializing in autism gave me another name, alexithymia. He said a lot of autistics can know something is wrong, but not know what, and baptized me autism spectrum disorder with a side of ADHD. 2016 was a good year. A damn fine year. But 1972 was a summer from hell. The last U.S. troops shipped home fleeing Vietnam. Palestinians massacred Israelis at the Olympics. My father died that August. The week after, he molested me for the last time. We were all dying for freedom. Okay, here's the last frag I toss today. Let's end with joyful moments among the dark. Let's end with survival. See, I'm giving you these fragments of my life because if you don't know us, how are you going to love us? And this is part of me too. I don't think I had a personality as a kid. I was busy finding infinity in a burnt-off ant leg. This one brings home the stakes, the moments of joy along the way that drew a line under what could have been. Not if they fixed me, but maybe what all of our children could be if we just listen to them and support what they say they need. What are you doing? My mother's voice was sharp. I'm lying spread-eagled on the backyard grass, face down. I've called you 3 times, annoyed. What are you doing? I don't know it in 2nd grade, but I have difficulties shifting attention when I'm lost in thought. I try to focus my ears, then think back, review my short-term memory, and replay the last few moments, trying to hear and translate anything she might have said while I'm in my private thought bubble. Already at 7, this process of rehearsing or rewinding the tape to interpret what's going on, it's an automatic, constant routine when I'm around, people. Checking for verbal mistakes, miscues, just trying to understand what's going on. So, I'm still trying to sort it out, choose words carefully to explain, clearing my throat, moving my sleeping tongue, loosening my jaw, getting ready to speak. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing? Close as I come to lie at that age. I've been lying in the grass for an hour or so, exploring with my new magnifying glass. See, there was this great hobby shop in Johnson City. It had all kinds of cool science toys. And I had saved my 50-cent allowance for weeks to buy a real, handheld magnifying glass made with all metal handle. I was entranced, examining grass leaves, dewdrops, and ants. Dozens of ants, one after another. Legs, antennae, mandibles, eyes. Guiltily burning off the occasional leg with focused sunlight. Endless fascination. I was in the flow. Okay, whatever you are doing. I wait for the command I know will end my timeless bliss. Stop doing it. It's time for lunch. I sigh, roll over, and trudge in. Hardly sounds like abuse, right? My autistic joys are hard to explain to another person, pretty much any non-autistic person, and trying to drags me into deep philosophical waters. Imagine that last delicious dream you're enjoying as you drowse in a warm, snuggly bed on a lazy Saturday morning when you don't have to get up and someone screams, "Get up!" Eyes pop open instantly. You're so startled for a minute, you have no idea where you are, what you're doing, the time of day, the season. Now, imagine that, if you can, every damn day. Many, many, many times a day. Every single day of your childhood. Torture. Being started out of the flow, it's like that. Capiche? You dig? Feel me? That's as close as I can think of to explain my moments of autistic flow. Or, better yet, my autistic joys. That same joy you see on an autistic kid's face as he dances endlessly in a sprinkler in the sun. If I had to guess, this is precisely what being in the moment, in the now, maybe even Zen Satori, mean. Now, that's all preamble to what I really want to talk about. Here's the deal on flow. I think that's where I spent most of my time as a young kid. When I wasn't interacting with family, a few schoolmates, parents, one teacher a year, the few humans I let into my life back then. And that time alone, endlessly exploring, learning, feeling, being, was wordless delight. Gradually, as I aged, these blissful moments became fewer and fewer, further and further and further apart, nearly gone. First, I was forced into a school system that I was clearly not wired for. Rigid, lockstep, regimented, regulated, boring. No free time to simply explore. Later, of course, it got much worse. Jobs, relationships, finances, life in modern adult America. Like when I founded Unix World magazine, I was so high on the concept and the joy of process. My inner vision won us awards our first year. Western Publishing Association, Best New Publication, and Best Issue, beating out Macworld and PC World. Yeah, we won awards. A couple months after, I was fired from my own mag. Fired because, in my autistic mind, the game was create the most amazing publication ever. But the whole time, the world was shouting that it was make the most money you can right now. Snake eyes. I lost. Now, I have some personal speculation to get off my chest. First, I don't think I had a native personality when I was a kid. At least not as bell curve average humans understand a personality. My natural state left alone to my own devices, wandering from moment to moment of fascination. No motivations, no intentions, no verbal thought. So I was either happy exploring in the fields or with my chemistry set in the basement or catching pollywogs in spring pools, or I was forced to don my personality. In other words, the language, facial expressions, body language, polite responses, social lies, and predictable actions that humans think of as personality and that social contact demands, which is so natural for most humans, they aren't even aware of it, even though they must have it, for me, to feel safe. But for me, personality was like being dragged out of my comfy pajamas, forced into the worst, most cumbersome, restrictive, awkward, embarrassing winter coat, earmuffs, muffler, heavy snow boots, and mittens your mother ever stuffed you into to shove you onto that bus to kindergarten. And personality still is suffocating today in my 70s, 10 years after diagnosed as autistic and ADHD. Especially fun times. They're the real killers. Parties, intimate conversations, shudder, family holidays. So nightmarish, I wrote the 7-page narrative poem, Sneaking My Mother's Creepy God on High. These are all times I must adopt my personality, to survive, no matter how much fun they're supposed to be. What pros call masking, really nothing more than exhausting habits of behavior and speech that I must shroud myself in, like an embalmed mummy, just so it's easy for other humans to feel comfortable around me. Not an essential self, just, personality. Certainly not me. Nothing comfortable about it. I'm going to hazard a guess, which may be narcissistic delusion. Flow seems awfully close to what the Buddha described as experiencing no self versus the conditioned mind. From at least age 2 on, I clearly remember lucid dreaming and long periods of time spent without verbal thought of any kind, just perceiving, in awe and wonder, everything. Until I had to interact with humans, any humans, even those I was required to love. And donning the personality, the joy collapsed, fast as a quantum waveform when you try to measure it, not into pain, collapsing into all-absorbing effort. Intellectualizing every word, gesture, tone of voice of my own, then interpreting all those of each and every human I was with at the time, and then determining precisely the right word, tone of voice, facial expression, and body attitude to project back, all at the same time, to avoid being in trouble. And even at a young age, a growing sense of the need to protect others from me. Because I was different. Because I hurt people without understanding. Because I acted as if I were arrogant, etc., etc. Like 2 divorces. Because I could be amazing for 3 to 6 months. Caring, fun as hell, then fall into deep depressions and work burnouts. Because I couldn't handle that much intimacy. Hell, that much time alone with another human. Because I was bad. And I had to protect everyone around me from that every single second that I am with another human. Except very young children, and of course animals, since I was 4 years old. Now, Since diagnosis, I found a few tricks. In 2019, when I first started writing about my autism, I was all about lists, trying to help others. It took me a year or two to realize we are, every one of us autists, different. Different lives, different needs and goals, different survival skills. So I'm only an expert on my own life. Even if I am the only expert on that, there is. Your mileage certainly will vary. But for me, my autistic life is not about getting better or fixing me. It's about knowing who I truly am and what I truly need, doing what I can to meet those needs, then being me. So I moved to the country, living in the trailer across the courtyard from my third loving wife, where I can reduce sensory overload, reduce the number of humans I talk with to only folks I feel comfortable around, and stopped failing at jobs I was never built to do. But I now can pursue those things that have brought me joy since childhood, spending unstructured, unmeasured time on any of my passions, walking in the wildest nature I have access to, baking bread, fermenting pickles, gardening, deep focus while replaying a favorite movie that seventh time, illustrating, writing, playing music, researching world events, so many others. When I pursue a special interest alone, sometimes it's nearly orgasmic. In fact, I've redefined my understanding of my passions. They're not a forbidden pleasure, a shameful quirk, something I waste time on when there's nothing more important to do. They are my gateway to bliss, satori, oneness, maybe even whatever God is or isn't. I'm not talking toxic positivity. My autistic joys aren't some advanced spiritual state I've achieved in my 70s, and now suddenly I'm here to tell you how to make everything okay and talk you into buying your fifth new self-help system on the way out the door. But my joys are moments of love and happiness sprinkled through most of my days, between meltdowns and burnouts and some average life. They are my reason for being. There are just not 7 easy things that successful autistics do that will change my life forever. There's just living complex, and in the end, wild autistic life. Being old and autistic ain't so bad. Losing inhibitions, some of which protected me from life. Freedom turns out to be pain and joy in superposition until maybe they annihilate you. Notes from the Bardo, before the Bardo. I learned a lot that spring afternoon on the lawn in Johnson City. I saw infinity in a burnt-off ant leg, and eventually I went for it. Now you know, so there you go. This project is consuming me in that good AUDHD passionate way, because your response keeps me going. If it meant something to you, I bet you know someone else it will mean something to. Share it. Everything's free at AutisticAF.me for everyone. On me. Stay weird. Stay fierce. Stay alive.